If you're new to Unity, this is new to us as well. On Wednesday this week, we came in here and reset the entire sanctuary. And what we discovered was there's a really cool acoustic right in the middle of this place that helps music and sound carry, so it was just a perfect situation. So, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I attended a conference about a month ago, a Unity conference in Tampa, Florida, and I decided to put myself out of my comfort zone and went to a spiritual dancing workshop. And so I am not a dancer by any means. I might be the worst dancer in the room, trust me. So I'm the perfect person to teach this because you can't be worse than me. And really there's no mistakes. So we all just stand up for a second. And just do this to the best of your ability. This should be pretty easy. We're going to teach you a couple of chants first. And then we'll try a little bit of movement. So the first one we're gonna do is called "We All Come from Spirit," and Carlos and John are gonna play some music for us, and we're gonna learn the chant first. You got it?
I think so.
Okay.
What's the name of the song again?
We all come from God.
Oh, we all come from.
There.
Oh, that one again. Oh. Okay.
All right. So give the first chord a D minor. All right. So we'll just learn the song first, and then we'll do some movement. So it starts with, it's 1, 2. We all come from Spirit, and unto Him we shout. We all come from Spirit, and unto Him we shout. Just keep that going. We all come from Spirit, and unto Him we shout. We all come from Spirit, and unto Him we shall return. Come from Spirit. To Him we shall return. We all come from Spirit, and unto Him we shall return. Like a stream flowing back to the ocean. Try that. Like a stream flowing back to the ocean. One more time. Like a stream flowing back to the ocean. The same thing as the next thing. It's flowing back to the ocean. Like a ray of light returning to the sun. Like a ray of light returning to the sun. Whole thing. We all come from Spirit, and unto Him we shall return. We all come from Spirit, and unto Him we shall return. Like a stream flowing back to the ocean. Like a ray of light. It's okay if you don't know it, just try it again. We all come from Spirit, and unto Him we shall return. We all come from Spirit, and unto Him we shall. Like a stream flowing back to the ocean. Like a ray of light returning to the sun. Okay, all right. So, and then I'll teach you to dance real quick. So the first thing we do is you're gonna hold your hands up like this. All right, and you may not be able to do this if you're in the back row as easily, but it's gonna be "We all come from Spirit," and then we'll lower our arms. And those of you that have a little movement, you move back just a little bit. We all come from Spirit, and then when you say "and unto it we shall return," you're returning back. Okay, so it's "We all come from Spirit, and unto it we shall return." We all come from Spirit, and unto it we shall return. Like a stream flowing back to the ocean. Like a ray of light returning to the sun. We all come from Spirit, and unto it we shall return. We all come from Spirit. Sufi dances. Sufi is actually an Islamic group that formed in the late 60s, but they borrowed from Judaism, from Christianity, from a lot of different traditions, and it's an extended meditation is what it is. And if you just kind of just find a seat around the perimeter, sorry, it's a little daunting with the musicians in the center, but come on in. And so they're taught to, if you sing, it says you pray twice. If you dance and sing, then you're praying thrice, is the thought. So I've kept these as easy. We did some very complicated ones that I kept out of today. This is just a circle dance. We're going to do one more circle dance, and then I'll try a partner dance, and we'll see how that goes. Don't be scared. It's an easy one.
I'll walk.
So the next one we're going to do is called I Walk with Beauty. So this one is, I walk with beauty before me. That's easy enough, right? I walk with beauty before me. I walk with beauty behind me. I walk with beauty above me. I walk with beauty below me. I walk with beauty all around me. My words will be beautiful. I like your words. I walk with beauty before me. I walk with beauty behind me. That's fine. I walk with beauty above me. I walk with beauty below me. I walk with beauty around me. My words will be beautiful, my words will be yours. I walk with beauty before me. Behind. I walk with beauty behind me. Oh. I walk with beauty above me. Below. I walk with beauty below me. I walk with beauty around me. My words will be beautiful, my Lord. Here we go. I walk with beauty before me. Behind. I walk with beauty behind me. I walk with beauty above me. I walk with beauty below me. I walk with beauty all around me. My words will be beautiful, my time. I walk with beauty before me. I walk with beauty behind me. I walk with beauty above me. I walk with beauty below me. Around. I walk with beauty all around me. My words will be beautiful, my Lord. Good. Nice job. And one more. This, and actually these are the ones that meant a lot more to me. Prior to coming into Unity, looking into someone else's eyes was probably the worst thing I could imagine, worst fear kind of stuff. But after a couple of years, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it, and I chose one of the less threatening ones to try out. This is a partner dance. We're still going to do it in a circle, and it's going to be a little bit interactive. We're going to move around, so just do it to the best of your ability. So yeah, the logistics of this one, the positions of this one are a little bit different. So what you'll do is you'll have a partner. Ashley's my partner here. So just turn one either side of yourself. And what you'll do is the form, it'll still be an arc, so you need to be next to the next person. So you'll actually face back to back with your partner. You should be looking at somebody else.
You ready, John?
Yeah, exactly. Back to back. Yes. Okay, so it goes like this. Maybe so you're going to reach out. I receive. Right? And then you're going to turn around to your partner. To you. And then you'll spin around. Together now. And then you'll do the same thing with the next person. Let's do it this way. Let me teach it all first before we put it into action. Okay? So your partner is behind you. Okay? Partner's behind you, and you're going to reach out and receive from a non-partner. From you I receive, then you'll spin around. To you I give, and this is where you're going to meet hands, and then together together we share. Together we share as you spin.
Clockwise.
And then you can bow to the verb. And then you'll start, and you'll receive and give.
Which way do we go, left or right?
Clockwise?
Let's go clockwise. Okay? Alright. Okay, let's
Righty tighty.
Okay. Shh. We need. Mama Ashley says shh. Okay.
He's going to demonstrate and then we'll do it.
Alright, here we go. So,
Yes, should we get up here? Can you help them?
there we go. Perfect.
We're going to demo.
So you guys will be partners, we'll be partners.
Okay.
Right? Yes.
We're
So
just
it's,
watching.
so yeah. 1, 2, 3. From
Spinning this way, spinning that way.
I am so grateful to be here today. And I'd like to first off by saying, before I came into the sanctuary today, my heart was, I knew that I needed to meet in circle. Most of what I do and facilitate is in circle. There is such power in being present for each other in circle. And so when I walked into the sanctuary today and saw that it was set this way, I was overjoyed. And so I invite you all to get ready for a brief period of time of meditation. I invite you to sit back, relax. Let's all take a deep breath in together. From all of that activity that we just experienced, I bet your body's vibrating. So let's take a little journey. There's a heartbeat that lives within you, that lives within me, that lives within the earth. Let's connect to our own rhythm. Our own heartbeat. slowly return to this time and space. Feel your feet firmly grounded on the earth. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your spirit feels. Welcome to this new day. May your experience here in this present time bring you to a whole new awareness of the power of who you really are. I'm going to sing a song called The Melody Within. And it's a special song that I've been singing for about 25 years, when I first started singing in Unity a long, long time ago. And this song just carries in my heart through my whole life. The magic of the words of the music is so potent for my path. And so I'm grateful to be able to sing this for you today. It's called The Melody Within.
Music boxes have within melodies they carry with them. Once they open, music fills the air. Every person you have known has a song of their own. Once they open up, you'll hear what's there. It's not easy, you must listen with your heart for what lies hidden. There was a melody locked deep inside of me, but now it's free. It found a place embraced by harmony, sweet harmony. Love more than anything teaches our hearts to sing. Only love could break this spell. Now I know very well the love within myself.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it may be strange, maybe a little bit odd, but I'm going to sit for my talk. As I said before, when I meet with people, it's important for me to be a member of the circle, a member of the whole. And I much prefer looking around and seeing your faces than standing up on a stage and not quite as connected with you as I feel like I long to be. And so I'm going to start. You know, Spirit's really wonderful. You think something is going to happen a certain way, and as the days draw closer, Spirit says, no, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. No, that's not it. Do you think it's that? No. Wait till you get there, then you'll know what it is. So yesterday morning at 6 o'clock, I woke up. And this is what I connected with. John 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So I'm a questioning kind of person. I don't know if any of you all like to question. Yes. What was that word? What did it sound like? It certainly wasn't an English word. We're most certain of that. What did it sound like? Maybe it was just a sound and not a specific word. Maybe it was just some sonic vibration. Maybe in the beginning there was sound. Sound waves creating. John 14. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, full of grace and truth. Then sound was made into human form. Humanity now carrying the power of creation in our sounding through our voices. For those of you that experience or know about the chakra centers, our throat chakra is our creative center. What we sound out, what we vibrate out into the world is affecting and effecting everything. So what are we speaking? What are we sounding into existence? In the summer of 2012, I was finishing up my corporate career. I didn't know that at the time, but I spent 25 years in the high-tech digital realm. I worked for Apple Computer. I worked for DigiDesign, which created Pro Tools, which is the industry standard for digital recording and editing. I'm sorry for those of you that are behind me. And I was after DigiDesign, I worked for Gibson Guitar in Nashville. And then I worked for Griffin Technology, makers of iPhone, iPad, and everything accessories. In the summer of 2012, I was researching music therapy. And I had my aha moment. And I probably won't speak too much about that aha moment here today. But what I recognized at a very important pivotal point while I was researching music therapy, that my life had to change to one of serving humanity and not creating more stuff. And so at the end of 2012, I left Griffin Technology. I left my corporate career, very high-paying corporate career, to start advocating for the power of sound and music for healing and well-being. Once I let go of that life, once I dedicated my soul to that path, in January of 2013, the drum came to me through a TED Talk that a friend sent to me. And in this TED Talk, there was a woman named Eliana Gilad, and she was sharing with other women about reclaiming their voice. And in it, she was using this frame drum. Now, I'd never seen a frame drum before, and I was never considered myself a drummer. If you put a shaker in my hand, my husband would say, "Don't give that to her. She cannot keep rhythm." And I believed it, and I proved it every time we were out at a singer-songwriter night. Someone put it, I'd start, and then when you're in Nashville and you get out of rhythm, you get the evil eye. And you get your thing taken away from you. So here was this woman speaking and playing this drum, and it was beautiful, and at some point she started singing into the drum. And I saw her do that, and I was like, I can do that. I can sing. That's safe for me. And so I ended up getting this drum. This is the first drum I ever tried to sing into. Not all drums sing. but Spirit had it where it was easy and quick for me to pick up the drum and take it home. And so I sang into my drum. My husband thought I was a little crazy. My husband some days still thinks I'm a little crazy. But you know what happens when you live a crazy life? Live on the edge? You get to do new things. You get to create new things. You get to have fun. So Spirit's leading my life now. And one day I was in my house, and when my husband was out of the house, I picked up one of his mallets because he's the drummer in the family. And I started drumming. Just simple drumming. And at some point, the drum went like this. And I was like, wow. That vibration was incredible. And so, not only did I sing, but I started drumming over people. And the power is beyond your wildest imaginations. Did I just do that to you this morning? Oh, yeah. So there's something about this sound, this vibration moving through our beings, through our bodies, that feels so good and energizes us and activates our body. And so I started sharing these techniques with other people. And literally so many people have been changed by connecting with sound and vibration in a way that they didn't know was possible. So since very few people have actually registered for my workshop today, which is fine, I understand. It's like you don't know what it is you're missing until you actually get to experience it. And we'll talk about that later because I want to maximize the experience of those that are interested in finding out more once we're done. But what I'm going to do is share with you some of the things that I've learned in my last 3 years about the power of sound and vibration so that it will resonate within your being, whether you stay or you go about your daily life. We are 70% water. Sound is moving through us all day long at every moment. If you think about how whales communicate through the ocean thousands of miles using their sounds, we are taking on every sound, every vibration through our bodies, but we're not conscious of it. We may hear it, we may think about a sound and whether it's disturbing or not, but we may not really actually be paying attention to how it feels. We need good vibrations. Our bodies, our minds, our spirits, our souls need good vibrations. The most portable, powerful resonator you have that's uniquely tuned for your healing and well-being, that's uniquely tuned for your healing and well-being is your voice. So how many of you stopped singing when you were a child? Stopped. There are certain people who were told in church choir or in school choir or by their own parents or their siblings that they can't sing, that they can't sing in tune. And so they stopped. And so you were effectively diminished in the fullness of your being. Your power was diminished by those words. As our society has moved into the digital age, we now record music digitally. I helped create it. Literally. That music is two-dimensional. It is ones and zeros. It is not live vibration. I don't care how hard or how high you crank up the music that you're listening to digitally, you are not getting what you need. We have children coming into this world who only know of digital music, and they're missing out on the power of live vibration. We're isolating ourselves with music in our ears and in our heads. Our bodies are not feeling the music. We as a society have become walking, talking heads. We're lucky if we can get down into our heart, but let alone the rest of your body and grounded in your feet and present, fully present in the now, it's very difficult because technology is trying to keep us up in here. So we're listening and experiencing only a small portion of natural sound vibration that helps soothe our being. Communal creation of music and listening to music has been diminished. Like I said before, our children are, and we are isolating ourselves with headphones and music that's just personal. But how often are we actually coming together and creating music together? How many of us, when we were younger, we had a piano in the house and family members would stand around and sing together with the piano? How many of us had family members who played different instruments and on certain occasions, maybe every week, would sit on the porch or sit in a space and create live music together? And how wonderful that felt. We are not doing that as a society anymore. The young people are going to concerts where the music's live and energizing, and you can watch how everyone starts feeling the music and feeling alive and vibrating. It's pretty awesome. But we're not doing it enough. We're not doing that on a daily basis. So many of us are told that we can't or shouldn't sing. Our music system, note this, our music system that we've created in the Western culture says that the note A on the piano scale is 440 hertz. That's sort of like how fast and how high that note is vibrating. So back to vibrational frequency sound vibration. They've done research that says that the earth resonates at 432 hertz, 432 hertz, which is lower than our music system. So everyone who's singing flat is probably singing in tune with nature. And guess what we are? We are nature. We are made of the same stuff as nature. So, whenever I do my workshops or my sound circles, there's no external music tuned to 440 hertz. There's no music outside of what we're creating spontaneously in the moment. And I'm telling you that every single time people are like, it sounds like angels. It sounds like heaven. Because there's no restriction. There's nothing keeping you from just sounding what's naturally supposed to come from you. So as I said, anyone who has been told that they cannot, should not sing has been effectively diminished in their experience of well-being, healing, and the beingness of their human nature. It's time to take back your voice and your personal power. Now, if we think back to those words about the idea that the human being now gets to use sound, gets to create using what God created the universe with, this vibration, some people might say, well, if I don't speak something out, then everything will be safe. If I keep my mouth shut, then I won't create anything bad. Well, if you're not speaking out what you want, you're not creating anything good either. We need our voice to speak our truth and to resonate in our bodies in a good vibration way, from the lowest of lows to the highest of highs. There's a playground in your voice, and I love to share that with people so that they can start experiencing that playground for themselves. Did you hear that native sounding voice that came through during my meditation? How was that? Oh. So I was a classically trained soprano. For me to allow that sound to come through was very strange, and how it came through was very odd. But now I relish more in that voice than I do my angel voice, because it grounds me, it makes me strong, it makes me feel connected to the earth in a beautiful, positive way. So the drum, why do we use drums? Why do I use this drum? It's such a beautiful, first it's an ancient tool. It's been around since the beginning of time. As long as there's been a stump and skin, it's been used as a communication tool, a ceremony tool, a healing tool. So that's why the drum. But what I found in sounding into the drum is it reconnects you to your voice in a beautiful way. It's like having a portable shower. Those of you that like to sing in the shower, because it has that great resonance, well, there's that aspect to it, and it also creates harmonics, which are also really wonderful and feel beautiful. We increase our deep breathing. As we connect with the drum and we start sounding, we feel like we want it to last longer. And so we take deeper breaths and we allow the sound to go all the way to the end. We experience the power of sound vibration in a very simple drumming technique. There is no intricate rhythm that you have to do. If you can do this, you can drum. If you can do this, you can shake. And when you connect with other people in that way, you'll be amazed at how quickly you tap into that primordial memory of doing this. And it feels good. And you feel like you can get in the flow. You don't have to be a trained musician to do this. The giving and receiving are one. As I sound and sing out into the space, as I drum, that vibration is coming back to me. And I equally feel energized, enlivened, and at peace. It accesses your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual being like that. Yes?
Yes.
When I drum over people for the first time, 4 or 5 minute quick session, I find that people respond to me like I was their long lost family member. Or even deeper, because I end up touching you deeper than anyone has access to. Or that
To bring the sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving.
I'm welcome, yay! So it's just this powerful. It's reconnecting us to ourselves in a way that we haven't been able to sometimes out in the world. So, and then finally, before we finish up, I want to say that this type of drumming is recreating the womb state. This is the feminine, what I consider the feminine aspect of drumming. And that's why these drums were used in the pre-patriarchal religions by the women who were the healers, priestesses, and ceremony keepers. So, think about this. Mom is 70% water. Baby is in the womb in a liquid medium. You know what it's like when you're underwater, what sound is like. The first sense that comes into being is our hearing for a normally developing baby at 4 months gestation. So the first thing they're hearing when their hearing comes into being, mama's heartbeat. Because remember, anything that's happening within mama is happening in there. Or anything that's happening outside of mama is happening in there. So heartbeat. And maybe your heartbeat, you're hearing your heartbeat in there because it's going real fast to try and get yourself growing. I call this the swoosh. Another very comforting sound, kind of like an ocean wave. Some people say it sounds like ultrasound. I haven't had a baby myself, so I don't know. But I know that that sound really makes me feel good. The other thing is when we're in the womb, we don't have language. We don't know what language we're going to speak. But we're hearing sounds, we're hearing voices of our mother and from outside. And I like to think it's kind of like this.
Hey there, little fella. How you doing in there? Woo! You ready to be born?
Maybe, or like Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. The adults in Charlie Brown, right. Wah, 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 wah. I want to step back for a moment for those of you who, I've come down here a number of times because I'm a member of the Twilight Brigade. I've taken the Twilight Brigade training back in February of 2013, and then I've been back here with Joan for many, I think 2 or 3 times, and it's always been my pleasure to come to this place. I feel like this is a home place for me. At the end of life, the last sense to go is our first sense and our last sense. So it's important to be mindful when you have the honor of being present with someone who's in the midst of transitioning, to pay careful attention to what is being spoken in the room, what is being played in the room. Even if they seem unconscious, they can hear. Wouldn't you want them to have the best of what they experienced in sound and music at the end of life, they experienced during life? Do you not want to talk about the will in their presence? Yeah, no. Right? So these are the things that I've learned. And I am super passionate about teaching it to other people. I am super passionate about helping people reclaim their voice so they can use the fullest expression of who they are in the world in a powerful way. I love sharing the sound vibration massage, because if every home had a drum in it and people who knew how to use it, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, any kind of addiction might be able to move out of our society. If you came home from a stressful day and your child knew how to drum over you and said, "Daddy, can I drum over you?" And in 4 or 5 minutes time, you are present, home, everything of the day was washed away, and you were there for your family. Or whatever dynamic you have in your home life. It's that powerful. And so I know timing is coming to an end, but it is just the beginning. And I'm supposed to speak the prayer, and there's a reading here in this book called Music Medicine, The Science and Spirit of Healing Yourself with Sound by Christine Stevens. And I had the space, just a second. Oh, it's so important. There it is. It says, make me, close your eyes and listen to this. Take this information in. Make me an instrument. You are an instrument. You have a pitch, a timbre, a vibration, and a style. You are one of the 7 billion unique instruments in the orchestra of humanity, playing the music each of us is here to play. As you become aware of being an instrument, you make a paradigm shift from loving music to living music. Each moment of life deserves the fullest of who you are. There is a resounding state of wholeness derived by living the music of your spirit. Creativity is endless, vast as the horizon line on the ocean. As we grow as creative beings, our sound and rhythm develop, as do our silence and harmony, and we unfold into being the music of our unique true selves. In the words of Oscar Wilde, you have set yourself to music. Your days are your sonnets. Life has been your art. When we are in harmony in body and soul, we are well-tuned instruments, singing our unique song in the symphony of life.